Hello everyone. Are you guys excited for the Identity Server 7 release? We are, so let's dig in. Let's take a look at this article written by General Manager IAM Business Unit at WSO2. So what's new in this release, right? Developer productivity features. Okay. Visual editor. Okay, this sounds cool. So this gives us a graphical representation of the login journey that we are going to take. Okay. So let's take a look at this, right? In the identity server itself. So I have identity server instance running in my local. So let's take a look. I have already created an application which allows us to log into AWS. So I will quickly demonstrate what this does so you guys have an idea, right? So let me take the SAML URL of this application. And yeah, so this redirects to identity server login page. And when I enter my username and password, I should be able to my AWS console. So if you want to know how this setup is done, please let us know in the comment section. We will bring a separate video for you guys. So this is my AWS console. Okay, this is cool. So, but we are excited for the low code, no code visual editor, right? So let's take a look. All right, so this is it. So this is where I can configure my authentication flows. So let me, okay, so this should allow me to add multi-factor authentication through here, right? Let me add another authentication step. Let me add TOTP. All right, so let me update this. Okay, so now the next time we are signing in, we should get a TOTP page. Let's try it out as well. Let me enter the summary URL, enter the password. Okay, just like that, we are getting the TOTP page. Let me grab my phone and enter the TOTP password 822. Okay, all right, it's working. So we are logging back again to the console. This is cool. So it's that easy to set up multi-factor authentication using this. But in the article we saw the code editor, right? But where is it? We can't seem to find this option for conditional authentication, like something like role-based authentication. So let's see how we can enable this in our application. So I have the server running in the CMD. Let me stop this first. Okay. And inside the bin folder, let's see what's inside this bin folder in my identity server distribution. Okay, so we have something called adaptive.bat. Since I'm on Windows, I'm going to run this. So let me run this. Okay, it's running. Will take some time to run. Let's wait till it finishes. Okay, so it's saying to restart our server. Let me run the server back again. Okay, let's wait till the server is back up and running. All right, our server is started. Let's see what happens when we refresh this page now. All right, adaptive authentication script did the trick. So now we are getting this conditional authentication button. Let's see. All right, so this is the visual editor, the script editor that we can configure our more customized authentication flows. Let's see what happens when we remove this step now. Okay, so as you can see, the code got updated as well. So let me add that back up again. Okay, so the code is updating when we are editing the visual editor. Let's see what are the predefined flows that we have that we can configure. Okay, so let's see how we can configure role-based authentication. to our application. I have already created two roles for my application. So I have this manager role and the consultant role, and I have two users. This user is assigned to consultant role and the other user is assigned to manager role. Yep. So let me go back again to the application, login flows, and let's add role-based authentication. Okay, let's load this. All right. Okay. So our scenario would be, so if I am the, sorry, let's do something like this. So if you are the consultant, you should get an additional authentication step. And if you are the manager, you shouldn't get any authentication step. I mean, the multi-factor authentication step. So let's try it out, right? So we have consultant role, which needs to be having TOTP page when he tries to log into the AWS console. Let's try it out. So let me copy the URL back again, take incognito. All right. So let me enter the password. So we are now logging in as the consultant. Let me enter the password, sign with TOTP. So, yep. So let me enter the TOTP password for this user, 372. Okay. All right. Now we are getting logged into the AWS console with our consultant user. Okay. Now let's see with the manager, all right, to test it out. And I will enter the password. So we shouldn't be getting any multi-factor authentication steps for this user. We are getting directly logged in as well without any multi-factor authentication as expected. Okay, so this is cool. So we have multiple predefined templates here. So to make it more interesting, what about, shall we combine two of these scripts? Let's say let's combine login attempt based and the role based script together, right? And we can, so I have already created the script for this. So this is the script. Let me copy this and paste it on the editor. So our scenario would be, okay, so if you are the consultant user and you are having invalid attempts to log in one, you should be getting the TOTP page. Otherwise, you should directly be logging in. So that's our scenario. Okay, let's try it out as well. Okay, let me copy the URL as well. Yes. So I'm gonna enter password. Then I'm gonna enter the wrong password here now because I need one invalid attempt, and then I'm gonna put the correct password. Okay, we are getting the TOTP page now. Seven eight six 195. Okay, we are getting logged in. So this demonstrates how we can configure the authentication flows how we want, and you have all the freedom in the world using this script editor to define your flows however you want. You can add multiple steps, you can add one more step if you want, something like that. So that's it guys, thank you for watching. Please leave a comment if you have any questions.